Hello everyone, or should I say every pony, and welcome back for another video. My name is Mari, or Octowinks, and welcome back. Or hello. And here I am making part 2 to my Redesigning Equestria Girls characters, and if you didn't watch episode 1, I'll link it up here, and it's got a playlist, so if I have more episodes in the future, go watch those too. And I just gotta say, I have been absolutely obsessed with Equestria Girls lately. Like, I don't know where this whole resurgence came from, but I have been so hooked in. I think last weekend I watched 5 movies. There was only 4, but I watched Friendship Games twice in a span of 24 hours. Like, that's a little bit crazy looking back on it, but you know, it's so okay. I also totally didn't listen to the soundtrack for 6 hours while I was working on my animation midterm either. Haha! So yeah, I made it pretty obvious that I love these movies, and one of my favorite characters is none other than my girl Sunset Shimmer. Like, she literally eats in every single movie. Like, I love her. I love her design, but I think that I could reimagine it in a way that would be super fun. And one thing that I do not like about her is her demon design, because what is that? I'm sorry, like, no. Well, enough with the yapping, let's get into the video. Today I will be redesigning Sunset Shimmer in the original Equestria Girls, her reformed style, and of course her demon design. So yeah, let's get into the speed paint. So what was Sunset Shimmer like in the original movie? She was your classic, you know, antagonist of a high school movie. You know, kind of like Mean Girls, so that's kind of where I wanted to go. Like, I wanted her to give Regina George a little bit. But Sunset, she has a little bit of an edge to her. Maybe I would call her a little bit emo, so I kind of wanted to keep that darkness kind of there. And for the pose, I decided on a very, like, kind of like, you know, I'm better than you kind of looking pose. Like, you can feel the judgmental energy coming off of her, and that's what I really wanted to do. And oh my gosh, when I tell you I struggled with these colors, I really did. And I was just really struggling to get this magenta to work and for the design to just feel balanced in general, and my friend made this comment calling her Ronald McDonald, and yeah, these colors are really hard to work with, but I really was struggling because how do I make it balanced while using yellow, red, teal, and orange in her design while also trying to incorporate like her leather jacket? And I actually decided to change her leather jacket color to more of a brown instead of a black. It does take away a little bit of this edginess that Sunset Shimmer has, but I felt like it could be more versatile and used in her reform design as well, and I really think it was better. I also gave her these ripped kind of jeans because it really allowed me to add a pop of her like skin tone and her hair tone into her pants, and it really helped bring the whole design together and make it balanced. Another issue that I dealt with throughout this design was incorporating the teal of her eyes into her design, because yes, this is used more in her reformation like kind of arc in her characters in later movies, but I kind of wanted to have like a little pop of it in her original design just to kind of allude to it, and I had no idea where to put it. I was trying to put it in the shoes, I was trying to put it on the belt. I ended up actually putting it on the belt, but just a little pop. And I think it looks nice and brings a little bit of a unique kind of pop to the design. And guess what, guys? I was actually gonna take Sunset Shimmer's spikes away. Oop. But then my friends were like, no, you have to keep her spikes. So I did. I put it in her belt. And like I said, I kept the belt because I liked it. And I felt like it worked with all 3 of her designs. And yeah, wow, looks so good. Alright, so that is Sunset Shimmer's regular Equestria Girls design. And now onto her reformation design from the next 3 movies, Rainbow Rocks, Friendship Games, and Legend of Everfree. I believe that the design that I referenced for this was from Rainbow Rocks, so she has a very, very teal and blue centered design. So I really wanted to mirror this in my own design, but give her, like, outfit a little bit more flair and personality. If you haven't seen the later movies, Sunset Shimmer is kind of reformed from this really mean and like self-obsessed character to one of forgiveness, and she really does care about her friends. And yeah, she's just very like forgiving and very, I say confident, so I really wanted to portray this in her design. When looking at her colors, I really wanted to ingrain more of her red into her design because I felt like this is something that was really missing from her new designs. Okay, so before the teal was an outlier, but now it's the red. It doesn't show up anywhere else in her design, and I just can't get over that. So why not make jeans where they literally, the rips look like suns? It's a perfect opportunity, and I think it looks so cute. And of course, I'm gonna make the suns red because it just adds such a beautiful little pop of color, and wow, I just am so in love. And I also added some teal little hair clips just to add some more balance. And with her shirt, I wanted to kind of give it like a kind of must I say, coquette kind of vibe. Like, I just wanted it to look really cute, and I think she kind of looks like Ariel, I don't know. But yeah, I also decided to tuck her hair back behind her shoulders. It's a little detail, but it kind of separates them. I feel like it gives her a more friendly demeanor versus her Regina George looking person on the left. Haha. And yeah, I'm really happy with how these designs turned out and how they look like the same person but also completely different at the same time. And yeah, with that, let's get into our problem child over here, her demon design, which I actually think is a trash fire. So yeah, let's get into it. You know, when I was making this, I was like, maybe it's not that bad. Like, Midnight Sparkle looked so good. How bad could it be? Oh my god. Yeah, it's really bad. It's terrible. Like, what is that going on? Like, her hair, like, her dress, like, it's so foul. Also, did she grow a tail? Like, I don't support that. Like, no. Like, what is this? Her troll Sona? Like, what is going on with her hair again? But anyway, let's get into my redesign because I can do it so much better and probably you can too. Obviously, the first thing I wanted to change when looking at this design was her face. There's just something so wrong about it. I don't know. Why does she look like a bat? Like, I don't know if this was intentional, but it just looks so bad. Like, I don't understand why they didn't make her look human because she could have slayed so hard. I was originally gonna give her kind of like angel wings, like with feathers, but then I actually decided to revert back to kind of like these bat-like wings just to give her more of a kind of devilish look. I also gave her horns, which I think they missed the opportunity to because it would have been the perfect opportunity and it would have looked so good with the crown. Like, dang. Also, we gotta add some teal in there, guys. We gotta add some teal because we have to add that pop of color. And if you guys can tell, this is like the only design where I actually used kind of almost a shade of black. I actually took the pants color from the original Sunset design, which looks more brown with her design, but on the devil, with all the contrast of the reds, it definitely looks more black. And I know a lot of people would love to make her demon design actually have like her normal skin tone, but I decided to kind of keep it like a red because I felt like, you know, it kind of gave like a unique value and made her look more like threatening, I think, to the viewer. Especially if I was a kid, I would be more scared of this than if she had like, you know, almost regular like orange toned skin. And oh my god, her dress in the original is just so awful. Like, every time I look at it, it gets worse, and I don't know, I kind of wanted to keep, like, this kind of, like, fiery design for the one that I'm designing, but, you know, when I made it, like, just fire, it looked kind of wrong, and then I added these yellow highlights, and oh my gosh, it looks so much better. And you just gotta play around with things if you're doing character design. Don't be afraid to try new things, because you can always go back and change it. And I really kind of wanted to make Twilight's crown a really big outlier on her design because this is the only place where that purple pink shows up, and there's that reason because it's not hers, it doesn't belong to her. So I really wanted the viewer to be like, yeah, there's something off about that. It's because it's Twilight's crown and it's not hers and she's getting bad magic from it. Yeah. And yeah, here are my 3 final redesigns of our girl Sunset Shimmer, and I think she just looks so gorgeous, and oh my god, that demon design, it just looks so good. And I just think this fits her character so well, and let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And guys, I would just like to say thank you so much for 15,000 subscribers. Like, what? This is actually crazy. I had less than 2,000 subscribers literally a month ago. I would just like to say thank you so much for supporting me, and it really does mean the world that you like my content. And if you're new, consider leaving a like and maybe subscribing because, again, it does mean the world to me and you can become an official Octo Inkling. Stay tuned for my Draw This in Your Style challenge coming next week. Yes! Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video and I'll see you next week. Bye!